Today we're looking at the new 28mm f4.5 from Viltrox for Fujifilm X-Mount. So hey there, today we're looking at this pancake lens from Viltrox for Fujifilm X-Mount, and as you can see I got it on my Fujifilm X-T4. Now, I think it's going to be interesting to see just how this lens will be received by the Fujifilm community. Sony shooters didn't seem to catch on, and it is a bit of a different take on a pancake lens. I think it's more for the photo enthusiast, but maybe nothing for your mother to bring on her holiday trip, if you know what I mean. It's nothing like the Fujinon 24 or 27mm 2.8, which in my opinion is more of a convenient lens. This here is more like shooting actual film. You load up your camera with ISO 200 film, and that's what you got to work with. Same kind of deal here. We got our fixed f4.5 aperture, and that's what we're working with. That's why I don't think this lens is for amateurs. It will take a certain level of experience to kind of understand and enjoy this lens, as it will force you away from your standard SOP when it comes to shooting, exposure, that sort of stuff. That's what makes it fun, in my opinion, to use as kind of a mix-it-up lens, if you know what I'm saying. The fixed aperture means there's no aperture blades, but there's this tiny little octagonal mask here in front of the lens, which kind of create these starburst flares. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of sunbursts or sun stars, whatever you want to call them, but if the idea is to make something different, well, I guess it's kind of right on point. The lens is incredibly small. The outer area is made out of plastic, while the mount, which is almost 50% of the lens, is obviously metal, and we got our USB-C port right here, as always, when it comes to lenses from Viltrox. Now, there's no manual focus ring on this lens, but the autofocus actually works surprisingly well, even on this Fujifilm X-T4. Now, here's a quick little combined autofocus and whiskey test, where I'm at minimum focus distance, which by the way is around 34 centimeters. And I think it actually holds up pretty well. I mean, if we look at this shot and we consider the subject, which is transparent, and we also have the moody or the lack of lighting and everything. So based on this, I think it holds up pretty well. Low light scenarios can obviously be a bit challenging at f4.5, but still, the majority of these examples are all shot in low light conditions, and I don't think I ever went over ISO 800 for these shots. So they're a bit dark, but then again, I'm not the person who likes to use or treat my camera like night vision. So if it's dark, it's gonna look slightly dark, if you know what I'm saying. So no long exposures, that kind of stuff for me, not even this dark arcade where we grab a couple of extra shots and accidentally ended up doing this counts as an autofocus test. Oh, we had a great time. Anyway, before we get to my kind of final thoughts here, I just want to say that I put some links down below where you can, well, both purchase this, but also where you can check out some more technical details, because I haven't covered much of that in this video. I wanted to keep it more centered around the actual purpose or how this lens might be intended to be used. So check those out if you want to take a good look at all the charts and diagrams and all that fun stuff. Okay, so final thoughts. Who is this lens for? Should you buy it, and why should you buy it? All that fun stuff. Now, first of all, this whole lens is kind of a big quirk, but a pretty well-functioning quirk, and that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of you guys should actually consider picking one of these up. It's not going to replace your Fujinon 27 2.8. This isn't replacing anything. It's more like a creative dumbbell that you bring out when you're in a creative rut, or you want to change things up and have some fun and ditch those old habits of yours. So that's why I think this lens is so much fun to use and shoot with. Now, I know I didn't cover a lot of the technical aspects here, like this little sliding lens cap, which is super cool in my opinion. But if you have any questions, or if you want to let me know what you think, just post down below in the comment section. I'll be happy to talk to you there and hang out, all that fun stuff. But that's gonna be it, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.